Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank one of my subscribers, D. Williams, for this story. Yesterday, I did a story on the flooding that was about to happen. And they were already flooded in parts of the Midwest, and it just got worse. You now have breached levees, and now communities which were already flooded underwater, they said the water can go as high as 41 feet. That is, you have no choice but to get out of there. You really can't survive in those kind of conditions. So this came out on CNN, May 31st, 2019. Hundreds of roads underwater as historic flooding breaches levees and threaten communities. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
Good day, everyone. We are following various weather stories across the country at the moment. The heat wave continues across the southeast, severe weather threat for various locations across the U.S., and our ongoing flood threat across the Mississippi River Delta. In fact, you're looking at the National Weather Service's flood warnings across the central parts of the country, and you can basically highlight and follow the entire Mississippi River all the way down to the Gulf Coast. That's where the warnings are located as the rivers continue to crest. In fact, over 80 river gauges reporting major flooding at this stage, over 100 gauges reporting moderate flooding just scattered across the nation's heartland. Now, we're in a brief lull in terms of precipitation, but we do expect more shower and thunderstorm activity to impact the hardest hit areas across the central parts of the country as we end off the weekend and into early next week. In terms of severe weather, we saw 2 confirmed tornado reports yesterday. That brings our total to over 400 within the past 15 days. Unprecedented amount of activity across the central U.S. It does look as if the severe weather threat continues today, not as wide-ranging as what we've experienced lately, but nonetheless, central Michigan, northern Wisconsin, southwest Texas, into North Carolina, as well as Virginia, large hail, damaging winds. Can't rule out a possible tornado as well. The good news is that the weather pattern is starting to change across the U.S. We're getting into more of a zonal flow, and that's also going to break the heat across the southeast, bringing us some much needed relief. In fact, take a look at the weather forecast for the next few days along the East Coast cities, cooling to the middle 70s by the end of the week for the Big Apple. I'm CNN meteorologist Derek Van Dam. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Wow. They are really having a horrible year in the Midwest. And as you can see, it is just getting worse for them. And can you imagine the mosquito infestation from all of that sitting water? It is going to be over the top with mosquitoes. They cannot get that water to drain fast enough. And many of these towns that are flooded, ladies and gentlemen, they've been flooded since January. We're heading into June, and these places have not seen dry ground in all that time. I mean, this is just unbelievable. Heavy rains in the Midwest are causing levees to breach along the Mississippi and Arkansas rivers, which may eventually put thousands of homes in danger. The Dardanelle levee along Arkansas River breached early Friday near the community of Halaben, sending water gushing into farmland that already been saturated by leaks in the levee a day earlier. Video from CNN affiliate KARK shows about 75 homes around Halaben, just downriver from the city of Dardanelle, have so far been impacted by flooding in a 3-mile area. Yell County Emergency Management Director Jeffrey Gilkey said Friday Yell County Judge Mark Tone told CNN affiliate KATV that he urged everyone in the area to evacuate immediately. The rushing water is expected to span to Smiley Bayou an area of about 500 people. Because the terrain is hilly, only an unspecified number of people in low-lying areas are expected to evacuate, Gilkey said. Wow. Well, the levee is not working anymore. Yeah, you can see the breach right here. You can see it. Upriver, Dardanelle, a city of about 4,700 people, were preparing for floodwaters, eventually to encroach from the bayou side. Mayor Jeremy Witt wrote Friday morning on Facebook, "I ask you to please not panic. We have time to prepare for this," Witt wrote in the Facebook post. So they're just showing you Hala Bend on the map. Ooh, talk about a rough time. Arkansas River, the Dardanelle, was nearly 2 feet above its record crest before the breach. More than 500 homes have been directly impacted by flooding in Arkansas already. State Emergency Management spokeswoman Melody Daniel told CNN, if more levees along the swollen Arkansas River breach, many more could be in the path of flooding. Wow. Ooh, not a good time to be in the Midwest. I mean, it has been 15 straight days of tornadoes and flooding. Can you just can you just comprehend this? I tell you what, we've been getting rain. I mean, the storms have been pretty treacherous. People stand in the middle of the street looking out over the flooded Masad Creek in Arkansas. The biggest concern is the unprecedented pressure the flooding has put on the levees. They had never held back this much water for this long, the Arkansas Department of Emergency Management said Wednesday. Flooding could affect thousands of homes in 14 counties near the river, ranging from minor damage to destruction, Daniel said. 2 levees, one of them in Logan County along State Highway 309, have overtopped so far, but none has failed, Daniel said. This is looking to be a record-breaking all along the river, all along the Arkansas River, and is something we have never seen before. Arkansas River was at or near record levels in several locations Friday morning, including at the Arkansas communities of Fort Smith and Ozark. Record crests for the Arkansas River have already been set in Ponca City, Oklahoma, and the city of Van Buren, Dardanelle, Morrilton, and Toad Suck in Arkansas. More record crests are predicted downstream, including the city of Pendleton, Arkansas. Governor Asa Hutchinson sent a letter to Donald Trump requesting that he declare a state of emergency for 15 counties in the state, but that number is expected to increase. Look at that. Wow. You can't even see the yard anymore. Wow. I mean, look, there's nothing you can do when it's this severe. You're not going to be able to stop the rain or the flooding. So the Mississippi River in St. Louis is expected to crest next Tuesday around 46 feet. Wow. The second highest level on record, behind the 1993 floods. It would also be the second top 7 crests of all time just this year. with a previous of being 41.7 feet on May 6th. So, I mean, I can imagine if those people aren't out of there, many of them may not be able to make it out of there the way it looks. So, meteorologist at CNN, Brandon Miller, said portions of northern Oklahoma through central Kansas have seen 15 to 20 inches of rain during the month of May. That's a lot of rain, which is 300 to 400% of the normal amount. Wow. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be when summer comes? There's a brief break in the rain this weekend, but heavy rain is forecast for parts of Oklahoma and Kansas, with another 4 to 6 inches possible next week. Wow. Emergency flooding. The Army Corps of Engineers New Orleans district announced that while it will be later than expected, they plan to operate the Morganza floodway on June 9th. The floodway is designed for emergency flooding, and when operated, diverts excess floodwater from the Mississippi River to the Atchafalaya Basin. According to the Army Corps of Engineers, the operation of the floodway itself can cause damage to properties surrounding it. Woo, the department said. So if they use this floodway, they can actually cause more damage. Oh, wow. It was only operated twice before, once in 1973 and once in 2011. Ooh, they are in trouble in the Midwest, y'all. They are in trouble. This ain't going away anytime soon for these folks. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.